graduated from Rowan University in the spring of 2022 with a sports communication and media degree. I got to actually call minor league baseball and G League basketball games while I was in school. And then I graduated, and as soon as I graduated, I went to NFL Films in Mount Laurel, New Jersey. And as much as I loved that experience, I miss putting on the headsets. I decided, you know what, talk is cheap. I have a laptop that's in my house, and so 21 months later, here we are, still on YouTube, calling games and building an incredible, loving community on here with the people that I call my Philly freaks with a capital P and a capital H. We go live for every single Phillies, Sixers, and Eagles game, and we do it like old school radio play-by-play style. I'm Jason Joseph, and this is Play-by-Play with JJ.
Showed swung on, barreled out to right field. Bye-bye baseball.
That baby is long gone.
What's going on, everybody? Hopefully you're all doing well and having yourselves a very fantastic day. My name is Jason Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. I apologize that we got on a little bit late. I always get confused because the times are never always on time, but obviously this one did start on time, so I figured that this week game was going to start at 7:10. It did not. No way of me knowing that, but anyhow, we are underway as the North Carolina Tar Heels are taking on the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. The Tar Heels, of course, ranked 22 in the NCAA, and Fighting Irish are 10-8 on the season, 1-4 in the ACC. And so here's a shot that's up, and that's no good. Offensive rebound, though, as Notre Dame has the basketball. So no score so far. We've played about 40 seconds, and we are underway. Notre Dame won the opening tip-off. And so here's a turnaround shot that's up, and that is no good. We got to make sure that we reset our scoreboard. Again, apologize about that, but we will do that once we're able to do so. There's Dixon, Young, Trimble, Wilson, and Visar all out there for the Tar Heels. And so a catch-and-shoot three is up, and that is good as gold by Derek Dixon, launching it and knocking it down from 24 feet. For Notre Dame, they got Harrelson, Serta, Shrewsbury, Kohler, and Tout all out there as their starting five. So here we go. All right, offense underway, and so we have a floater that's up, and that's going to go in and out. And the UNC Tar Heels are looking to take advantage, trying to go coast to coast and finish over on the other side with the finger roll finish. That one was up and good by Trimble. He took it all the way over towards the baseline. So nice play there by Seth Trimble, averaging 15 points per game. He's a senior now from Menominee Falls in Wisconsin. Here's a floater that's up, and that's no good. So Notre Dame can't really seem to get anything going as far as scoring the rock goes. And the Tar Heels tried to take advantage. Here's a catch-and-shoot three by Harrelson. That's off the mark. Jaden Young gets the rebound. And so here we go as the ball is going to go on out of bounds. So Trimble actually missed the three there, and we had a stoppage in play. Notre Dame is actually going to get the rebound as it was last touched by a Tar Heel. All right, here we go. Again, so Notre Dame 0 for 5 so far, shooting-wise from the field. And North Carolina so far, they are 2 for 3 in this game, shooting the basketball. We have a foul called on Caleb Wilson. It looked like that he tried to reach on in against Shrewsbury, or Serta, that is. Yes. And so we will have an inbound pass coming on up in just a little bit. I'll tell you what, Caleb Wilson has been a lot of fun to watch this year, averaging 31 minutes per game, 19.7 points per game as well. Also averaging a double-double with his 10.5 rebounds. So that's somebody, obviously, to just look forward to in this game. Here's a shot that's up, and that one is good. That was a really tough shot there that Notre Dame was able to hit. Jalen Harrelson, he's been the star for the Fighting Irish, and you're going to have to look out for him, too. He's really good down low in the interior and can post up against players. A little lob pass that goes inside, and a foul as Wilson's going to go to the line, trying to be explosive there. And we will have some free throws coming on up. All right, so let's make sure that we get this up and running properly. I'm going to do that right now. So let's make sure that we put this up. The foul was on Carson Tout, by the way. Just wanted to make sure that I mentioned that. So we will get our scoreboard adjusted, our box score, if you will, adjusted right now. And all right, so we are going to have some free throws for Wilson. And the first one, can't connect that time, actually hit off the back iron. Okay. All right, is that better? Let me know if that is better for you guys. So Caleb Wilson can't make the first foul shot. It was not a 1-and-1 situation, by the way. He misses both of them. Offensive rebound that's going to be reset out towards the top of the key by Serta. And all right, here we go. Handoff pass that goes over towards the near side. And a little bounce pass and a three-pointer is up, and that's good. Nice play there. So the Carolina Tar Heels not able to hit both free throws, Caleb Wilson that is, but they're able to take advantage and hit a three. That's Jaden Young, who was able to knock it on down. 8-2, North Carolina. Here's a floater that's up, and that's a foul on North Carolina. And we'll have some more free throws. Okay, so yeah, let me know if this looks good to you guys. I would really appreciate that. Got to reset the page here. Oh, did I say? I'm so sorry. Trimble was the one who got the shot. I was looking at the wrong scoreboard. Excuse me. 8-2. North Carolina leads it by 6. Really screwed up there. Come on, JJ. What you doing? Chat, how we feeling down below? Again, sorry that we're a little bit late. It never starts on time. Usually not like baseball. 7:15, not 7:23. And well, this one started at 7 o'clock on the dot. Both free throws are good by Cole Serta. Is able to knock them both down. And now it's an 8-4 ball game. And again, we'll just go over everything else once there's a timeout in the action. The ball is swung on over towards the near side, and it's going to go off the hands of Harrelson. And so Zayden High is going to come on in, and so is Henry Visar for North Carolina. And so they will make some substitutions to their lineup. North Carolina this year, 14-4. They are 2-3 against ACC opponents this year, and are looking to get their third win against their division. Here's a catch-and-shoot three that's up, and that's good. And the Tar Heels able to take advantage. Nice shot there over on the far wing to make it now an 11-4 ball game. The shot was made by Caleb Wilson. Who else? Wilson Wooden Award midseason top 25 player. And the Fighting Irish respond with a tray on the other side. Cole Serta has got it going on. He has scored 5 of the 7 points for Notre Dame, and it looks like that he's doing a really good job shooting the ball. Wilson at the top of the key. Hands it off over towards the near side. And they'll reset again. And near wing 3 is up, and that's a little bit short. So High out there along with Young, Trimble, Dixon, and Wilson for North Carolina. Here's a three on the other side by Notre Dame, and they're able to knock it on down. So now all of a sudden it's a 1-point ball game with 15-10 left to go in the first quarter. They left him wide open. Braden Shrewsbury, you got to make sure that you watch out for him too, because when he gets hot, he can light one up from downtown. Wilson zigzagging, going towards the basket, and we have a foul called. So he handed it off over to Trimble. And Trimble is going to be the one to go on over to the line. We're going to have a timeout taken with 15 minutes left to go here in the first quarter. All right, so I think that we're all set up. I think that we're all good, and we're all ready to go. Oh, man, we have to have a good shooting game. It's been rough lately, says Lomball. Well, I'll tell you what, they were off to a really nice start, and then the defense just sort of collapsed, and they gave up a couple of wide-open threes to guys like Braden Shrewsbury. Serta also hit a big shot as well. Hopefully you guys are doing well and having yourselves a very fantastic day. Just a little bit more info about the Fighting Irish. Well, they've actually lost their last 4 games in a row. They lost to California, Clemson, Miami, and lost a big one to Virginia Tech. 89-76 was the score of that game. We talked a little bit before about who to look out for them. The one big name that obviously that has been doing a really good job, Marcus Burton has been one of those guys. Jalen Harrelson also, because he's been very strong this year. He's been starting a lot of games. He has 17 starts, and they're going to have to look out for him today. Burton, though, I don't think that he is playing today. Now, I might be wrong about that. I don't know why I said that. But Jalen Harrelson, one of those guys that has just been really strong this year. Harrelson, 6 feet 7 inches tall, only 18 years old, by the way. Went to Fishers High School in Fishers, Indiana, and was a McDonald's All-American last year. This guy definitely does provide a lot of not only floor spacing, but he's also just really good at just scoring the basketball. He did have 8 points in his last game against Virginia Tech and shot the ball 4 for 6 from the field. Did miss a 3, but he can certainly do a lot of really good things. He's a very good defensive player as well. But as far as things go for Caleb Wilson, he's been fun. He's been fun to watch this year. Obviously, another McDonald's All-American from last year, and is 6 feet 10 inches tall, born in Atlanta, Georgia, and 215 pounds. I think that for North Carolina, what they're really going to have to do in this game is they're going to have to shoot the ball well. They really have not been shooting the ball so well over their last couple of games, and they're going to have to get some really good three-point shooting tonight, and guys are really just going to have to step up for them. That's really what it mainly comes down to. Even if you just take a look at some of their team stats this year for how things have been going. Caleb Wilson averaging 19.7 points per game. Henry Visar putting up 17 points per game as well in 31 minutes. And then you get contributions from Seth Trimble, but other guys that need to step up. You talk about Luka Bogovac and Jaron Stevenson, those two, and even guys like Jonathan Powell and Derek Dixon. It'd be really nice for them to just get contributions from three-point shooting-wise and also just from a defensive perspective as well. So we had an official TV timeout that was taken exactly at the 15-minute marker, and we're going to get back into play. Brady Kohler is going to sub on out for Notre Dame, and Carson Tout is going to be his replacement. At the line to shoot 2 free throws. The first one is good, and that was Trimble, who was able to knock down the first foul shot. Trimble averaging 15 points per game for the Tar Heels. In his last game, put up 12 points. He had 4 assists and 2 rebounds. And the second free throw, that one is a little bit off the mark. So far, North Carolina 1 for 4 from the line. They've left some points on the board. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, and turn on the bell icons. North Carolina also 3 for 5 from 3 so far in this game as a team. They've only attempted 1-2. A little bit of some pick and roll action as Serta gets it over towards the near side. Serta is stopped. He needs help. He passes it back out. 5 seconds left on the shot clock, and they're going to have to force a tough shot here, and that's no good. So great defense by the Tar Heels. Unfortunately, though, offensive rebound's going to go over to Notre Dame. They got an unlucky bounce there, but the floater is no good, and North Carolina stands strong. On the near side is Dixon. He's looking to pass it over towards the outside, and the catch-and-shoot 3 is up, and that one is in. So the Tar Heels again lighting it up from downtown. Luka Bogovac able to knock down a tray over from the far wing, and now it's a 5-point lead for the Tar Heels. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe. Let us know where you guys are tuning on in from down below. I will obviously get to chat in just a couple of seconds, just off to a very late start, and that is my bad. 15-10, here's a little mid-range J, and that one won't fall. Visar is able to snag the rebound. Outlet pass to Trimble, who goes down over towards the baseline, kicks it back out, and the catch-and-shoot 3 is up, and the basketball gods say no. So that was just a little bit off. Looked like it was Wilson that shot the 3. It was. And Braden Shrewsbury's going to be the one who comes up with his miss. All right, here's another shot that's up, and Notre Dame just cannot hit anything. Braden Shrewsbury tried to knock it down, and North Carolina is actually going to turn it over again. The ball went off of Wilson's hand. It was sort of bowled to him, and there's a big turnover by UNC. The Tar Heels on the other side of things, well, they've most certainly they've lost their last 2 games. They lost to Stanford. They also lost to California. They're just 1-3 over their last 4, so they really need to try to get this win. They did beat Wake Forest, and it was a close one. It was an 87-84 game. But they could certainly rack up these wins. 15-10, they got to play defense, and so the Fighting Irish over on offense with the ball over at the top of the key, trying to hand it off over towards the near side, and another turnover. So that was there's Sandra, who was, or Sir Muhammad, that is, who tried to hand it off. And the ball is going to go on out of bounds. Logan Imez will come on in for Notre Dame as well. And Jalen Harrelson is going to sub on out. Over on the near side, at the top of the perimeter, is Kyan Evans for North Carolina. He just subbed on in, and a 3 is up, and that's no good. That was Zayden High who attempted it, and another 3-pointer by Powell. That's no good either. All right, so they're not able to shoot over their last couple of possessions. They've been a little bit cold. It's a 15-10 start for the Tar Heels, buzzing his way downhill and trying to get over to his spot with a fadeaway jump shot. It's no good by Muhammad. Offensive rebound, though, and they'll have another chance. That is Notre Dame. Trying to get their 11th win of the season. Going down over towards the post and putting up a very contested 2 over Powell. That was not easy. Sandra tried to knock down the shot, and he played a really good defense. Here's a catch-and-shoot 3 for North Carolina. That one is up, and that one is in. Nice play there. Kyan Evans knocking it down from the near wing, and he definitely needed that. 18-10. Kyan Evans, don't want to give him any space because he can also knock down shots too. Over on the near side is Tout, and he goes down low. Over on the block, his defender is Vassar. He's looking to pass it, and we're going to have another turnover on Notre Dame. Big play there, and 11:37 to go here in the first half of this game. Kyan Evans just made a big-time 3. And Notre Dame is actually going to take a timeout here. It's an 18-10 game. 11:37 to go here in half number 1. Oh, man. All right. Tar Heels shooting 5 for 10 from downtown. And the Irish, they're 2 for 3. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe. Vassar. Oh, thank you. Did I say Vassar? Sorry about that. What's up, JJ? What's up, Michael? How you doing, man? What is going on, my friend? Some ACC hoops. Yes, sir. Let's go. All righty. Hopefully you're all doing well and having yourselves a very fantastic day. My name is Jason Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. Just want to remind you guys that this is our final basketball game that we are going to be calling for the week. I'm going to be away this weekend. I will be leaving tomorrow, and I should be back hopefully on Monday, barring the weather. I've been hearing about how awful the weather is supposed to be on Sunday and Monday, so hopefully we'll be back by Monday night. If not, we will be back probably Tuesday or Wednesday, but we'll see. I will let you know how things are going. Hit the thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel. If you are a North Carolina fan, if you are a Notre Dame fan, make sure you guys hit the thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel. We're trying to do some more college hoops on here. We mainly cover the Sixers, the Phillies, and the Eagles on this channel, but we're trying to expand the brand, and we're trying to grow our community. That's really what we're trying to do. So we're putting in the work, and we're doing as much as we can to just try to spread the word. On that note, I do want to let you guys know something. I'm going to go to my monologue screen for a very quick second. This year, I have a lot of goals for myself. I really do. Ever since I was away, I was away for a couple of weeks. You probably didn't know that. I was still streaming while I was away. But I really sat down with myself, and I set a lot of goals for myself right before I came back home, because there were a lot of things that I really wanted to accomplish this year, and really am hoping for a big 2026. So, I think that this is a big year for the channel. I think that there's a lot of stuff that I really am trying to do more of, and some of it you're already seeing. I'm posting more shorts. I'm really trying to, do more content than what I had been doing in the past, and I think that this is the year where I really have to push. Obviously, it's really important that I take care of myself, but, at the age of 27, I really need to push this now, especially because there's all the talk about the lockout next year for baseball, and if I don't push now, then I think that I'd have a lot of regrets. So we're trying to do more streams. That's why we're going to be trying to do some more college basketball. That's why we're going to be doing World Baseball Classic, and we're going to be doing some other stuff. So I'm really going to be investing a lot of time into this year, and I really want you guys to understand that. Because I care and I really want to try to do more games and get involved in that type of aspect. All right, so we're back in the swing of things, and so Notre Dame gets the ball back, and here's a three that's up, and that's good. To make it now 18-13, Cole Serta did just sub on in, and Garrett Sundra just made a three off the assist by Carson Tout. North Carolina cannot answer on the other side, so they have got to play defense. Going behind his back, it was Jaron Stevenson who missed the layup, and Sundra got the rebound. And, all right, North Carolina is going to get the ball back over at the top of the key yet again. Down low over on the post is Visar, and he tries to go up with a runner inside. There's a foul called. And so he's going to go to the line and shoot a pair of foul shots. Visar is 7 feet tall, 225 pounds. Also a junior over at North Carolina from Tallinn, Estonia. 18-13 is the score. Tar Heels today again 1 for 4 at the line. Foul shot number 1 hits off the front iron and dances out towards the left side. And Tout is going to be replaced here. Hubert Davis obviously has been the Tar Heels head coach. He's done a pretty good job. Was a former player, played with the Knicks, the Raptors, the Mavs, the Wizards, the Pistons, and the final year of his career, he was with the Nets. But he's been with North Carolina since Notre Dame responds, and they're able to hit a 2 to make it 19-15. Emis is the one who knocks down the shots. Okay, let's make sure that we refresh this. Nice. All right, 19-15. North Carolina Tar Heels are on top for now. Over on the near side, putting up a 3, and that's just a little bit short. That was Evans. He misfired that tray from over on the near side. So Evans now has to play defense. With the ball is Sundra. They're going to hand it off over towards the far side. Serta back out there and hands it off towards the near side again. Emis is going to pass it, and a three-pointer by Muhammad. That one won't go. It was at the top of the key. North Carolina has numbers on the other side. A catch-and-shoot 3. Evans. It's in. They are 6 for 12 from downtown. That is what you want to see. Got to be happy about that if you're Coach Davis. Really do. Taking it over towards the far side of the elbow and zigzagging and looking for help. Finding Emis. That was Sundra. And another tip-off, or another tip, and that's going to go on out of bounds. 9:06 left to go here in this first half. There's also 2.5 seconds that are left on the shot clock. Give North Carolina credit. They're doing a really good job on the defensive side. They're really not allowing a lot of points in the paint, and they're doing a good job rotating. Serta, McClellan, Sundra, Muhammad, and Emis all out there for the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. And for the Tar Heels, they got Visar, they got Stevenson, Bogovac, and Powell and Evans. Okay. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe. WBC. Yes, yes, yes. Yep. That's what we're going to be doing. It's going to be a lot of fun. All right, 22-15, now 1.8 seconds left on the shot clock, and Notre Dame has to hurry after the inbound, and so here we go, and the catch-and-shoot three is up, and that's going to bank on out, and on the tip back, that's no good, so they got a very good shot off by Emis, and he just misfired it over on the far side. Here's a three by North Carolina. They can't hit it that time. Harrelson just came on in for Notre Dame. And looking to attack on the other side with a floater is Harrelson, and he can't buy a bucket. They've done a very good job at holding him today. He's 1 for 6 from the field. North Carolina will certainly take that from their star player, Notre Dame's star player, that is. The easy miss by North Carolina, but on the flush, that is good. Man, nice play there by the flush it on in. 24-15, 8:27 to go in the first half here, and the Tar Heels have definitely done their scoring, and they have showed their dominance in this game against the Fighting Irish, and there's going to be a timeout taken by Notre Dame. 24-15 is the score. All right, so let's do this again. I don't know why this ended up coming up here. So you're going to have to bear with me for 1 second as we try to refresh this. Okay, let's put this here. Actually, you know what? I'm going to take a very quick step off, and I will reset this as I'm in a break. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Stay tuned. All right. If you are new to the channel, my name is Jason Joseph, and this is Play-by-Play with JJ. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, and turn on the notification bell icons too. If you're a Tar Heels fan, you got to be happy with how Caleb Wilson has been doing today so far. 5 points for him in 7 minutes, 2 rebounds, 1 assist. He has 1 turnover, but he's been able to be very aggressive for the most part. He did miss his 2 free throws. That's something that obviously you want him to get better at. In this game in particular. This year, actually, as a foul shooter, was just going to mention this. But Caleb at the line, shooting 69.8%. That certainly does have to go up. But he's been doing, overall, he's had a very magnificent season. 355 total points on the season. He's coming off of a game where he had 17 points. And also 4 steals, 2 blocks, 4 assists, and 5 rebounds against the California Golden Bears. And even though they ended up losing the game, he still balled out and did a very good job, making 5 out of 6 foul shots. He's been shooting the ball a little bit better from the line lately, but again, in this game, missing his first 2 free throws, that's something that you just want him to try to capitalize on if you are a Tar Heels fan. As far as Notre Dame goes, Harrelson's had a very quiet day. He's been dealing with a lot of traffic down low. Wilson has certainly done a good job guarding him, and Stevenson has too. They've made it really tough, and I'm curious to see what types of adjustments that Notre Dame's going to make to try to get him some more looks. 24-15, Tar Heels ball, 8:10 left to go in the first quarter, in the first half. Another handoff that goes on over towards the near side, and that's going to go over to Trimble. And so, good offense by North Carolina, but actually the ball almost got stolen as it was a bad pass. They were providing really good offense, and then Trimble just threw it over into double coverage there. And Dixon, who was the intended receiver, got the ball slapped out of his hands. Jaron Stevenson back out there for the North Carolina Tar Heels. What's going on, DN? How you doing, man? Shout out to you. Drop your link down below. Long Ball's also here. We also have Michael here as well. Thank you all so much for being on here. 24-15, Tar Heels up by 9 points. So North Carolina gets the inbound pass. Here's a catch-and-shoot three on the near wing by Young. He can't get it. And we have a little tumble that just occurred between a Tar Heel and a Irish player. Harrelson and Stevenson, I believe, were the guys that got tangled together trying to jump up for that rebound. 7 minutes and 45 seconds left to go here in the first half. They actually called a foul on Jaron Stevenson. It was a loose ball foul, as that's how the tangle happened. Harrelson over on the far side gets a pick that is set and decides not to use it. Harrelson to the top of the key, and he's looking to try to get it back. Is running downhill this time is Harrelson, and he can't make and he actually ends up getting it in at the last second. TV froze for a second. Sorry about that. 24-17, 7:18 to go here in the first half. Jalen Harrelson just made a nice layup, nice pass by Braden Shrewsbury. He gets the assist. And North Carolina is going to turn the ball over. It was Young who ended up stepping out of bounds over towards the near side. Don't want to turn the ball over if you're the Tar Heels when you have a comfortable lead. 24-17 with 7:05 left to go here in the first half. That's just their second turnover of the half. Notre Dame only has one. All right, here we go. Lots of dribble handoffs that Notre Dame tries to perform. On the near side to Shrewsbury, trying to give it down low to Kohler for the feed, and he's fouled. And he will make his way to the charity stripe with 6:51 to go in half number one. It was a good pick-and-roll play. Trying to get all ball there was Trimble. And he just made a little bit of contact with that right shooting hand as he went for the dunk there. One more sub till we get to the 82-70 marker. For all the Nationals, Commanders, and Mavericks games, make sure that you go subscribe to DN. Misfired foul shot, a little bit short, and 0 for 1 that time from the line. We got Lou here. What's up, Lou? How you doing, man? 24-17. Another free throw, and that one is just a little bit off, too. So Brady Kohler can't make his free throws. Ends up going 0 for 2 from the line. Notre Dame 2 for 4. And North Carolina 2 for 6 from the charity stripe today. Okay, here we go. Good basketball passing from North Carolina. The ball finds Wilson at the top of the key. Looks to drive it inside. Has a little hezzy. Gets his own offensive rebound as the first runner was short. And on the second runner, that's short too. However, he's fouled. Tell you, he just does that. I mean, the one thing that makes him so special is that he's able to stay with plays. He gets a really good read as to where the ball is going to go. And if he continues to use his size to his advantage, he's going to have a very good career in the NBA. He really is. Wilson, 70% foul shooter, and again, he missed his first 2 free throws tonight. And the first one that he makes this trip around is good. Take a look at the Tar Heels really quickly. They're actually 3.5 games behind Duke. They're 3 games behind Clemson as far as the NCAA division standings go. They're also a little bit behind Miami and North Carolina State, Syracuse, and just half a game in back of Stanford, SMU, Virginia Tech, and Louisville. Wilson ends up knocking down the second foul shot. It's a 26-17 game. On the near side, looking to hand it off over to Harrelson. That's Serta. Serta looking to try to get free. Harrelson buzzes his way downhill, puts it up, puts it on in, and I'll go to the line for one more. It's the old-fashioned three-point play for Jalen Harrelson. Again, this guy's 6 feet 7 inches tall, and another guy that can just certainly draw fouls if he wants to, and he does. He's going to head to the line. That was Young, I believe, that got called for the foul. What's up, Mark? How you doing? And the end one is good to make it now 26-20. North Carolina has a 6-point lead with 6 minutes left to go here in the first half. a little bounce pass that goes on over from Dixon to Wilson, and we have another foul on Notre Dame. Let's take a sip of water. Who you guys rooting for in this game? Let me know down below. 5:50 left to go here in the first half. A little dribble handoff pass that goes towards the near side, and that catch and shoot three just a bit short by Bogavec. And he's not able to capitalize there. And by the way, it's a Vasar who ended up getting the rebound. 26-20. And now Ryder Frost gets wide open and knocks down the tray. And now all of a sudden it's a 3-point game. That makes it a 26-23 game on a drive to the basket for the Tar Heels. And getting fouled is Bogavec. And he will head back to the charity stripe once again. Wilson was 7 points so far. 2 for 4 shooting-wise from the field. Also 3 boards and 1 assist. North Carolina at Stanford, they were 20 for 32 from the line and ended up losing by 5. And then Saturday against California, they were 17 for 28 from the line, and they lost by 6. Foul shot number 1, it's good. Not really rooting for either, just checking out the teams before March Madness now that football is winding down, says Lou. I hear you. Football's winding down. Well, college football's done. 27-23 with 5:23 left to go in the first half. And both free throws are good by Bogavec. And it's back to a 5-point game. Logan Emis is going to sub on in for Notre Dame. And he will come on in for Jalen Harrelson. And another whistle called. Notre Dame got the ball. And there's going to be a foul on North Carolina. Waiting to see who the foul was on. I couldn't necessarily see. It was Trimble. Was it a reach-in foul? It's a great way to scout for March. It is. It most certainly is. 28-23. Tar Heels in the driver's seat right now. They have a 5-point lead. Emis looking to get around the screen. Behind the back bounce pass. That goes towards the top of the key. And on the drive to the basket, Kohler gets it denied and rejected. And North Carolina has it again on the other side. Top of the key over to Vasar. Vasar who got the block. Is going to pass it down low to Wilson, and Wilson is fouled. And he will head back to the line. Henry Vasar just had a really nice block on the other side. And then he made a nice pass to Caleb Wilson. Could have been an assist there, but Wilson is going to go to the line anyways. Let's know how we're doing so far as our call goes for this game. Again, might be a little bit rusty, but hopefully as the game goes on, we continue to get better and you guys are still tuning on in. Foul shot number 1. It's good by Caleb Wilson. Nice crowd here at the Dean E. Smith Center in Chapel Hill, North Carolina. Foul shot number 2. That's going to go off of an Irish player. And Wilson actually is going to go to the line for one more. They're going to call a free throw lane violation? I think so. 29-23, and the second free throw is good. Yeah, they called a lane violation against Notre Dame. 30-23, North Carolina up by 7, and 4:45 left to be played here in the first half. A catch and shoot trifecta on the other side, not even close by Frost. And he has been ice cold in this game. He did make 1 3, but hasn't been shooting the ball particularly well. Trimble at the top of the near side of the perimeter, dumps it off over to Wilson, and he says go to work. Double team comes, passes it out of a double team, and he will get the hockey assist. Beautiful play there by Caleb Wilson, and the ball was able to find Dixon wide open for his second tray of the game, and now it's a 10-point lead for the Tar Heels. Derek Dixon, 6 points, 2 for 3 from downtown, and he definitely needed that. Good play again by Wilson. All right, so a handoff that goes over towards the near side and hitting the layup and making it back to an 8-point game is Emis. North Carolina looks to capitalize. Caleb Wilson goes downhill. Reverse layup. It's good. How did he get past that defender on the baseline? That was pretty awesome. He got right past Frost. Also got past EMEST as well. And now it's 35-25. Caleb Wilson is carrying the load. 11 points for him in this game. And he is 3 for 5. The ball is swung around the timeline. Frost hands it off over towards Serta's way. 5 seconds left on the shot clock. Another dump-off pass, and that's going to go to Shrewsbury. Shrewsbury to the outside, back to Kohler, and 1.4 seconds left, and we're going to have another stoppage in play with 3:18 left to go in the first quarter. Okay, so the Tar Heels doing a good job. There was actually a foul called on Luka Bogovac. And another timeout taken with 3:18 to go in the first half. Tar Heels play my Cavaliers on Saturday. Watching to see how well the Tar Heels are playing going on into that game, says Michael. I hear you. I hear you loud and clear. Oh, man. We appreciate each and every one of you for tuning on in. Hopefully you're all doing well. Lomball, you still here? You still here, Lomball? Just out of curiosity. There we go. All right, so let's adjust this. That looks better. Vasar. I have to remember to say that correctly. Me too. Oh, there he is. Discord Nation, I've been counting down every day waiting. The World Baseball Classic will be a cool way to kick off the baseball season. Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. It really is. Again, like I said, this year we're really going to be hustling. I'm going to really try to do whatever I can to get to that 15,000 marker. And I really want to put in all my eggs into doing this. And this is the year to do it. So if you see me sticking my hand in other areas, that's because I'm trying new things, guys. I really am. I'm pushing myself to try new things and try to grow the brand, and that's really important to me. If I don't do it this year, when am I going to be able to do it? You know? Lomball says that your Cavs scare me. Oh, boy. Whose Cavs? Oh, no, Saturday. Yeah. Yeah, your Cavaliers. Yeah. That should be... What time is that game Saturday? What time is that game? It's at 2 o'clock. Yeah, Virginia's doing good. Virginia's having a good year. They really are. World Baseball Classic will be cool to start off the season. The only other name is Vogabot. Okay, thanks. I don't know why on my pronunciation it wasn't that, but thank you so much, man. I appreciate you. Vogabot. Okay. Let me make sure I write that down. Vasar. Got it. And what was the other one? Vogabot. Okay. Nice. 2 p.m. They're honoring Tony Bennett. Other scores around college hoops today. Maryland is down 40-28 with 2:30 left to go. Bo, not Vo. Yeah, Bo. Okay. Oh, did it type in Vo? Oh, yeah, it did. Okay, yeah. Okay. Bo, not Vo. Fat thumbs. Gotcha. I was like anticipating that the contact was coming, and he will buzz his way back to the line. He slows the game down when he tries to do that, and that's what, again, what makes him such a great player is just the way that he's able to pace the game. 11 points for him tonight, 3 for 5 shooting-wise from the field. He also has 3 boards. And the first free throw by Caleb, it's going to hit off the back iron. He has really good footwork as well. That's, again, I know it sounds like maybe I'm gloating over him, but just watching him play, it's fun. He is 4 for 7 from the line tonight, and now 5 for 8 after he makes another foul shot to give North Carolina an 11-point lead. So he has scored a third of their points in this ball game. The ball is swung on over towards the near side. EMIS will get it over at the top of the key, and here's a handoff as EMIS will get it back. He swings it over towards the near corner, and a three by Frost, and that's good. That's his second tray that he's knocked down. He was wide open on the near corner, and North Carolina could not stop him there. They look to try to get their offense going once again. A floater and a turnaround shot is good by Henry Vasar. Got it to go right there. The 7-foot junior, it's the one thing that he does, is able to clean up the glass and also make his way down low over on the block. Got nice shots off. 38-28. Another catch and shoot trifecta, and that's going to be a little bit off the mark. And Powell's going to come on up with the miss. So Ryder Frost made a three on the possession before for Notre Dame. North Carolina's going to turn the ball over, and here's a three in stride. That is just a bit off the mark by Shrewsbury, and North Carolina takes advantage again. On the near side, cutting over towards the basket is Vasar, and he could not make the layup. He had a man advantage there, could not capitalize, and Notre Dame gets themselves another rebound. They've done a much better job on the glass towards the second part of this first half. Dribble handoffs coming left and right. EMIS passes it, and a wide open three is up, and it's good by Sundra. He got some space, he got some time, and was able to knock down the three, and now it's back to a single-digit game. Oh, believe me, I know Jakari. There's a little lob pass that goes downhill, and Vasar is going to get it down low over on the block, and he hands it back off as he dribbles back over towards the top of the key. Another handoff pass to Dixon, who drives it inside. Tough finish. He got it to go. That was not easy. The way that he was able to spin around and get by his defender and just angle it really well. Got it right off the front of the rim and then just trickled on down. Not an easy play there, and it's now 40-31. Notre Dame misses a two, and North Carolina, here they come off to the races. Wilson is going to drive it over towards the basket. Tough finish, and no foul called, a lot of contact, and Caleb Wilson is going off. And that makes it 42-31. 28 seconds left to go here in the first half. Caleb with 14 points, 4 for 6 from the field, and 5 rebounds as well. 20 seconds now left to go. A handoff pass to Frost, and Frost will then deliver it over to Shrewsbury, being guarded again by Wilson. And they dump it back off to Muhammad, and his tough shot is good. I mean, they played great defense. 6 seconds left to go. Outlet pass for North Carolina, and a three-pointer on the near wing. It's a little bit short, and that's going to do it. All right, so the first half is done. It's a 42-33 lead for the North Carolina Tar Heels. Jonathan Powell's the one who misfired the three for North Carolina, and he actually got a nice look. But they will go into halftime up by 9. 42-33 is your score at halftime. Just to talk a little bit more about this game, North Carolina shot the ball pretty well from three. They got a little bit cold, though, towards the end, but 7 for 17 is where they stand from their three-point shooting. I will say, though, that Notre Dame, who started off really cold shooting-wise from three, they've been making some big-time shots, and they are now 50%. From downtown. So this is still a game. Obviously, if you're North Carolina, you really need to come out firing out of the gates in the second half. And you need to also get some more contributions, too. Wilson is certainly doing his job. Vasar did miss a wide-open layup, and he is just 1 for 4 shooting-wise today from the field. Like to see him try to score more, but he does have 7 rebounds. And other guys that have been a little bit quiet in this game, Trimble, he's 1 for 2. He didn't knock down a 3. Young does have a 3 as well. Stevenson hasn't scored yet for North Carolina. But Derek Dixon, good minutes from him. 8 points in 16 minutes, and he is 2 for 3 from beyond the arc in this game as well. But yeah, so that's pretty much what I have to say about how this first half has gone. So again, 42-33 game. What are some things that you guys would like to see in the second half? Let me know down below. If you're a North Carolina fan, how you feeling about this game so far? What's something that you would like to try to see Coach Davis implement in the second half of this game. And as far as Notre Dame goes, just from their side of things, Jalen Harrelson, I actually thought that North Carolina did a good job at putting bodies on him, but he's been quiet. And if you're Notre Dame, what's he going to have to do to try to get more involved and not be as close as he is? I think that you're going to have to try to rely on other teammates, and Harrelson is just going to have to try to find ways to be set free, but he has to be put into those positions to succeed. Carson Tout's been very quiet in this game, a guy that has started for them in 8 minutes. Him and Brady Kohler have put up no points in this game in a combined 19 minutes. That's not good. Brady Kohler's been averaging, 4.5 games or 4.5 points per game. And then you talk about Carson Tout, who's been putting up 6.5. And I know that he only had 2 points in his last game, but for a starter, that's really not good to just have them each get 0 points in the first half. Now, Colin Serta has been stepping up for them, and he's done a good job. In the last game, he did have 14 points and was 2 for 7 from downtown. But in this game in particular, it seems like he's getting some open shots, and he's been doing a good job managing the court with his vision. But, again, this Notre Dame offense has been quite stale. They really have. So what types of adjustments do you think that they're going to have to make come second half? I think that something that we really haven't necessarily talked about is rebounding. And part of the reason why the Tar Heels have had a lot of success in this game is because they're rebounding at a very high level. 23-16 on the glass. They're also getting the offensive boards, too. You don't necessarily see Notre Dame just getting those extra touches, if you will, and just being able to box guys out. I think that North Carolina has certainly done a great job utilizing their size and their athleticism in that department. But it also wouldn't shock me, right, if Notre Dame tries to figure out a way to box out better in the second half. So there's a lot to still look for in this game when it comes to the second half and watching what types of adjustments these teams make. But overall, I think it's been a nice game. I like how both teams have sort of had their miniature runs. I think that North Carolina has been looking, at times they look really good, and at times they haven't been so good with some of the stretches that they were able to put up. So, but again, I'd like to hear more of your thoughts down below on how you guys feel about this game. Notre Dame can still turn it around. We've been giving up 10-plus point runs lately. Yeah, see, that's the thing, right? Is that you can't take your foot off the gas pedal against this team because they can still find ways to beat you. I mean, even Kohler himself can try to find ways. If you leave him wide open for three, he can still knock down shots. Really, he can. And he is a difference maker in that area. Now, obviously, the Irish are still missing their top scorer. They're still missing their number one scorer in Burton, who is not playing for them. But even still, Jalen Harrelson, Braden Shrewsbury, these guys can get points. They can score, and they can find ways to beat you if you don't take them seriously. So that's something that, again, I just have to make sure that I mention because that's a part of the game too. Other scores around the men's college basketball league, the NCAA. Illinois is up 47-30, and that is at halftime as well. North Carolina up 42-33. At 9 o'clock, we actually have 3 games. We got Cincinnati taking on the Arizona Wildcats. The Cincinnati Bearcats, they're 10-8. Arizona this year, tell you what, they've been scary good. They are 18-0 and have not lost a game. They are also 5-0 in the Big 12 and have just been off to a magnificent start. A lot of credit to Jaden Bradley, Braden Burries, Koa Piet as well. They've done a very good job at just scoring the ball, and they have a really, really good team. So Arizona plays against Cincinnati tonight at 9 o'clock. The Washington Huskies, they play against the Nebraska Cornhuskers as well. Nebraska, don't sleep on them either. They have not lost a game this year and are first in their conference in the Big Ten. And they've had a lot of success. Price Sanford has been the star of that team, And Riank Mast has also been pretty good, too, as a forward for them as well. So Nebraska plays Washington. And then tonight, Pepperdine against Gonzaga, another team that has been very dominant, just continues to have a very good basketball program, the Gonzaga Bulldogs, that is. But the Pepperdine Waves, they're 6-14, 1-6 in the WCC. And this shall be a big game for Gonzaga, too. So those are all your scores, and those are all the games that are going on tonight and a little bit later tonight around the Men's College Basketball League. Yeah, they're both out. JJ just mentioned Burton. Yeah. Yeah, what a start out of nowhere for the Cornhuskers. Yeah. Isn't Burton and the Notre Dame coach's son hurt, long ball? Yeah. Yep. Shantae's also here. What's going on? How you doing, Shantae? All right. Let's do this. Let's take a really quick step off. We'll be right back. Give us about 2 minutes or so just to stretch and just to get a sip of water. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. DN says Notre Dame has a full half. Find a groove that works for you. Get some trays up and get going. Yeah, that's, again, like they're not out of this. They really aren't. And if they come out firing out of the gates, then North Carolina's going to be in trouble. We'll be right back in just a little bit, though. Don't go anywhere. Make sure you guys hit the thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel. My name is Jason Joseph. This is Play by Play with JJ. If you guys love listening to college hoops, make sure you guys hit the thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel. You should also follow us as we cover the 76ers here on YouTube, and we also do games on Twitch as well. Cover the Sixers, the Phillies, the Eagles, and we're doing more college basketball and also some more World Baseball Classic once the baseball season gets underway, and spring training. It's going to be a lot of fun this year. So again, the North Carolina Tar Heels are up 42-33 at the half. Obviously, Wilson has had a very good game so far, 14 points for him, and just continues to be a star out there for the Tar Heels. But yeah, let me know if you would like to grade the first half down below. Please let me know what your letter grade would be if you're a Tar Heels fan or if you're a Fighting Irish fan. I'd really like to hear what you guys have to say about this game so far. How are you feeling about your teams? How do you think that the Fighting Irish have done so far in this game? I know, again, they've coming on into today, they've lost their last 4 games, so they really need to try to go out there and get a win. I know that North Carolina, obviously ranked 22 in the country, has had a pretty good season overall. They haven't really played their best basketball over their last 4 games. We talked about it before that they're 1-3, but both teams really do need this win, and I think that this is still a game. I really feel that way. It's just all about runs. That's how the game of basketball goes. If a team is just able to cash in on a couple of threes, that can certainly give them a little bit of momentum, and it's all about how long can you sustain that run. So that's where I stand. JJ, do you have an Instagram? I do. B- for Notre Dame. I predict a B+ or an A- in the second half, says DN. Yeah, dude, reach out to me on Instagram. Actually, if one of my mods, there should be a link in my description for my link tree. Actually, here, let me do it right here. If you type in mods, ! link tree, my link tree should pop up in the chat. Lumball says B+ for both. I think that B+ is fair. I think B+ for North Carolina is probably a fair statement. The pop-up didn't go up. Huh. Sorry about that. Okay, let's try to fix that right now. I guess that's not it. Is it socials? Let's try this. And if not, I'll just copy and paste the link. Let's see if it's socials. Maybe not. Huh. Okay. Well, let's change that. Let's get that up on here right now. I have to remember what the key is for that. Okay, so where is that? I have to go back to here. I found a link inside the channel. I believe it said account doesn't exist. Well, good to know. Good to know. I will then have to change that. I'm trying to copy. It just takes me to it. No worries. Okay, so I'll have to change the link. That is good to know. Let me share the link right now up on here. Yes, okay. Here's the Instagram link. If you want to go follow me on Instagram, there it is. I don't know why it didn't update or the link is bad on the link tree. I'll have to make sure that I note that. That's a very good note for me to have. I will do that once this cast is done. Good to know. All right, so we're going to go on into half number 2. We should be getting ready to start momentarily. 42-33, Tar Heels in the driver's seat right now. And second half is going to be underway right about now. Okay, so Notre Dame is going to put up a 3. Oh, nope, they fooled me. They tricked me out. That was a replay. Oh, gosh. They tricked me out. They had the time on the clock, too. Oh, gosh. Again, sometimes it gets a little bit confusing, but they faked me out there. Dude, I sold on a pump fake. That was totally my bad. Not a bad half for Notre Dame, considering the injuries that they have. Tar Heels always tough at home. Yeah, they are. They are. There it is, following you now. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate you. Big shout out to you. I can't believe that they got me there. I really can't. Wilson, again, 14 points, 5 rebounds, and 2 assists. Notre Dame shooting-wise, in the paint, they are 6 for 22. That's the other thing I forgot to mention, but they're shooting the ball very well from downtown. They have made 6 out of 12 field goals from beyond the arc. If you're North Carolina, you want to try to guard that perimeter a little bit better. One more sub, by the way, till we get to the 82-70 marker. And so now the second half is going to start, and North Carolina is going to get the ball to start things off. And that is correct. Okay. Now drive over towards the basket, and the layup is up, and that's good. That was Vesar, who was able to knock it down and get right to his spot at the layup line. And it's a 44-33 game to start off the second half. Okay, at the top of the key, working is Tout. It's Tout, Harrelson, Kohler, Serta, and Shrewsbury, as there's a foul called on North Carolina. The Tar Heels have Wilson, Vesar, Dixon, Trimble, and Young as their starting five for the second half. And inbounding it over on the baseline, the left baseline, that'll be Harrelson, is going to lob it over to the top of the key. Tout has it, hands it back off to Harrelson again, who worked his way pretty quickly. Harrelson gets a screen, fights down the lane, and tries to go up with a shot, and the ball slips out of his hands. But that's going to be a turnover. It just slipped on out of his hands, and he could not get a good grip on it, and also banged on into Tout right there next to him. So miscommunication there and a bad play. He was not even anticipating that little screen. 44-33, and a catch-and-shoot three is up, and that's good. And right at the top of the key, knocking that tray down, is number 13, Henry Vesar. They tested him. They wanted him to shoot that, and he said, you know what, I can make that. 47-33, Tar Heels out on top. A bounce pass from Serta over to Tout at the top of the key. Tout back over to Serta. His shot from downtown is no good in the fight for the ball. And that's going to go into the hands of Kohler, who tries to navigate his way downhill. And another whistle called. That's going to be against North Carolina. Brady Kohler fighting through adversity, trying to snatch that rebound. And he got it right on over Trimble. And the foul was on Jaden Young, who was right there behind him, just to slap his wrist. It was not in the act of shooting, though. That means that Notre Dame is going to inbound it from the left baseline, and the ball is going to go into the hands of Tout on the far wing at the top of the outside. Here's Harrelson buzzing his way downhill, gets the ball blocked, and it goes off of his left knee. Great defense there by North Carolina. Henry Vesar able to provide a block. He's done a very good job to start off the second half here, and he was sort of off balance after he blocked the shot and just knew that Harrelson was on the ground, so he bounced it right off of Harrelson. And it'll be North Carolina ball. Vesar at the top of the key finds a wide open three-point shooter. That's up, and that's good. Nice play. Dixon on the three-point closeout. And Vesar comes up with his first assist of the game. And a timeout is taken by Notre Dame. An 8-0 run by North Carolina. Good ball movement. And excellent execution from the Tar Heels. That was incredible. Good job by Vesar to just make it really tough for Harrelson to get space down low on that block. Let's go. Henry, 21 years old, born in March of 2004. Man, I'm getting old. That's crazy. Obviously played at Arizona, was a Wildcat from 2022 to 2025, and transferred on over to North Carolina this year. He actually left Real Madrid youth to play with Arizona. I didn't know that. During his first season with the Wildcats, he didn't really get much playing time, but he did show promise in limited action that he had, and also ended up having an elbow injury to sideline him for the rest of his sophomore year. And then last season with Arizona, he played 37 total games and averaged about 9.5 points per game, and was a key contributor for them. Then came on over to North Carolina. Folks, my name is Jason Joseph. This is Play by Play with JJ. Hit the thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, turn on the bell icons too, and that way you will know when we do go live. 14-4 are the Tar Heels this year. They are also 2-3 in the ACC as well. Oh man, it's now 8:11 p.m. Eastern Time. Taking a look ahead, the Tar Heels schedule. When we take a look and see what's going on this weekend, they play against Virginia on Saturday. We talked about that. They also, on the 31st, are going to play against Georgia Tech. So they have a week off. And then they play against the Yellow Jackets. That should be a good game, too. And then after the Yellow Jackets, they will be back home for 2 games against Syracuse and Duke. And they go to Miami and then come back home to Pittsburgh for Valentine's Day. Oh, man. Good stuff. 50-33 with 18-19 left to go in the second half of this game. Oh, another sip of water. Henry Vasar only had 3 points in the first half. And so far in the second half, in just less than 2 minutes, he has scored 5 points. Has done an excellent job. Also on the defensive side, too. All right, so North Carolina has to play defense. On the near side of the wing is Tout. He dumps it back off to Shrewsbury, and Shrewsbury passes it for Serta's floater, and Serta grabs his own miss. Okay, 15 seconds left on the shot clock, and we're going to have a foul, and that's going to be against Vasar with 18 minutes left to go. Excuse me, it was actually on Jaden Young. And Young is going to head on over to the bench, and we're going to have another substitution. It's danger time for Notre Dame, says Michael. Definitely. Luka Bogabat is coming on in for the North Carolina Tar Heels. Over on the near side is Harrelson. He dribbles with the right hand, takes it back to the top of the key, drives it downhill, and a foul issued on North Carolina. Dixon touched him and slapped him right on the waist. Tar Heels have shot 47% from 3 in this game. And have come out firing out of the gates in the second half, shooting the rock. They're on an 8-0 run. Harrelson looking to buzz his way downhill, Euro step, and a bounce pass, and a floater, no good. And another rebound by North Carolina. Here's an outlet pass that goes towards the near side. That's Bogabat who has it. Makes a nice pass over to Wilson, and Wilson makes the 2. Good basketball there by the Tar Heels. And now it's a 10-0 run for North Carolina. Harrelson downstairs, and we have another foul called on the Tar Heels. Vasar and also Bogabat were down low, and a foul issued. And that's going to result in an inbound over on the left side of the baseline. It's a 52-33 game. And the inbound pass is going to go high over to Tout's way. And Tout hands it off. And his teammate right there, Shrewsbury, looking to try to dump it back off again. Handoffs again come from Notre Dame. Working around the screen is Serta. Serta forced to take a tough shot there. Excellent defense by Vasar. Unfortunately, though, offensive rebound as nobody could box out another Notre Dame Fighting Irish player. That was Carson Tout. He had a lot of space and then just was able to lay it up and in. Vasar downhill, puts up a 2. He's fouled and will head back to the line. Vasar has been establishing his dominance. 10 points and 9 rebounds for him in this game. Half of his points have come here in the second half. And he will make his way back to the charity stripe. See how they're just trying to get him more involved, not just in the pick and roll, but also just as an athletic, as just an athletic wing too, because he's able to knock down shots, and he's been on the perimeter as well. So I like how they're trying to use him a little bit more. Henry's going to miss the first foul shot, and he will be at the line for one more. Cole Serta is going to sub on out, and Carson Tout will be his replacement. You also have Logan Emis subbing on in for Notre Dame, and Garrett Sundra is going to take a seat. The second free throw, it's a charm. And now it's a 53-35 in this second half. That's been the main story of this game. And Caleb Wilson has certainly done a good job at right-handed finger roll. Here's Wilson getting some space and dunking it down. He got right past Kohler, and that was a mismatch he was able to utilize, and now it's a 55-37 ball game. Explosive play by Caleb Wilson, and he continues to be efficient shooting-wise from the field. Harrelson crosses over again, drives it inside. No foul called as the tough floater was no good. Excellent defense by the Tar Heels. It was Bogavat who got the nice defensive play. A wide open three by Powell. He can't cash it in over on the near corner. And Notre Dame's going to lose the ball. Here comes a steal. The ball is advanced into the front court, and the pass was just a little bit too far in front of Caleb Wilson. They tried to do a home run pass. Jaron Stevenson, who got the steal, just threw it too far and incomplete. And so Notre Dame is going to get the ball back after this timeout. 15 minutes and 23 seconds left to go in this second half. 55-37, Tar Heels on top, and we'll be back. Well, in another sport, we got some breaking news from Ken Rosenthal that Yohan Moncada, baseball-wise, is going to go to the Angels on a one-year, $4 million contract. Interesting stuff. All right, back to this game, though. North Carolina has an 18-point lead. 55-37 is the score, to be exact. Over at the top of the key is Emmis for the Fighting Irish. And he's going to swing it over towards the outside. Frost gets it. He'll cross on over, trying to take it past his defender, Powell. Instead, they're going to bounce past it again over towards the near side. Here's a catch-and-shoot three. That's up, and that's going to hit off the front iron, and it's rebounded by Powell. Good reset by him. That's his first rebound of the game. Wilson at the top of the perimeter. Hands it off towards the near side. Bogabat is going to go up and buzz his way downhill for a two as he hands it off, and there's a foul called. On Notre Dame, it'll be on Frost. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, and turn on the bell icons. Stevenson, who's the one that got fouled, has not put up any points in this game. Does have 4 rebounds and takes about 2 dribbles, and the first free throw is good. That's where you were about to say the Dodgers. Yeah, I know. You held your breath there for a second. I hear you. 56-37. It's a 19-point game. Jaron Stevenson averaging 76% from the line. Caleb Wilson's going to sub on out. Henry Visar is going to come back on in. Henry Vassar, that is. Oh, gosh. 57-37 is the score now, and Notre Dame is going to get it back again. Here's a 2 by MS, and he gets the mid-range J to fall. North Carolina's defense fell asleep at the wheel that time and gave him a little bit of space to be able to knock down that shot. Dump off pass to Bogabat, who's at the top of the key, and they hand it back off, and Evans' 3 is up and in. This guy can most certainly knock down shots if you leave him wide open, and he gives North Carolina 60 points. It's 60-39, an 18-6 start to the second half here. Kyan Evans has done a very good job in this one. I'd like to see him shooting the ball well. Okay, here comes Notre Dame. A floater is up, and it's good. That's Muhammad, who was able to just bank it on in over a Tar Heel defender. Sir Muhammad with a turnaround bank shot that was hooked on in. Another 3 by North Carolina. Bingo! 63-41. The lead has jumped to 22. And a beautiful 3 by Jaron Stevenson. Nice shot by him. He got space. He took advantage of it on the catch and shoot. Serta looking to pass it back to Muhammad. The ball is swung around the timeline. Immis with a drive and a handoff back to Serta again, who budges his way through, and he's fouled by Evans. And more free throws coming on up. I mean, great movement of the basketball by the Tar Heels, that's for sure. And the ball was just able to find Stevenson, the wide open shooter at the top of the key, and he was able to swish that thing in. Foul shot number 1. That's also a swisher by Serta. This year, by the way, just wanted to make sure, Cole Serta from Leroy, Illinois, averaging 9.2 points per game. He does cash in on the second foul shot, too. He has scored a total of 30 points in his last 3 games combined. 14 in Saturday's game against Virginia Tech. All right, North Carolina looking to attack over on the other side. And the ball finds Evans, who hands it back off. And Bogabat goes up with a shot, and we have a foul called on the floor. Stoppage in play with 13:03 left to go in half number 2. On a scale of 1 to 10, how's our call so far? 1 not being good, 10 being great. In all honesty, would love the feedback down below. Okay, 13:03 left to go. North Carolina looks to swing the ball around the timeline, driving downhill and putting it down with a two-handed jam is Powell. He got it over on the baseline on the corner and then just took it right to the cup. And now, all of a sudden, it's a 22-point lead for the Tar Heels. Here's a 3, and that's up, and that's no good, as the Fighting Irish just cannot buy a bucket On the outside, swinging it around. Another three by North Carolina. They're on fire. Nice shot there. Again, it's Evans out in transition, knocking down yet another tray. And now it's a 25-point lead for the Tar Heels. Evans just being a floor spacer and making his shots. That's really helping. Another drive over to the basket. The floater's no good. Rebounded by the Tar Heels. Outlet pass back to Evans, and he's well covered this time. The ball was swung around the timeline. Here's a wide open three on the near wing, and that's a little bit short by Bogabat. And the tip back is up, and it is good to now make it a 70-43 game, and a foul as well. Vesar came punching on through, and he got the rebound. He tipped it up and in, and he'll go to the line for an and one. Let's go. Nice play. The foul was called on Amos, and that's his first foul of the game. 28-10 run, and North Carolina is just punching Notre Dame in the mouth. Vesar at the line to try to capitalize on the and one opportunity, and that's up, and that's going to go on out. I've always enjoyed listening to play-by-play of any sports as Michael. Well, I appreciate you. Hopefully you're enjoying this one. Baumholtz is doing great, 8.5. Nice. All right, here's a drive towards the inside, and the layup is up, and it's good. And so Harrelson able to get a nice little layup to fall with the left hand on the left side. Okay, the ball was swung again around the timeline. Evans, another three, tried to bank it on in. The banks are closed, my friend. That was not good. Harrelson got the rebound. Outlet pass to Shrewsbury, and Shrewsbury's floater's no good. Harrelsbury tries to get it on the second try, and that's no good either. Harrelson, that is, not Harrelsbury. And North Carolina puts up yet another three, and they can't do anything there. A very quick three. They're not really taking much time off these shot clocks. They're just going up with these shots over the last couple of possessions. Garrett Sundro's the one who got the rebound, and we have another foul. It's on North Carolina. And so it'll be on Jonathan Powell. 11-10 left to go in this second half. It's a 25-point lead for the Tar Heels, and they're going to go into a timeout. It's a TV timeout with 11-10 left to go. I cannot root for for that. Different shades of blue. Makes me sick, but it's okay. Let's go, Duke. You calling the Olympics or the World Cup, JJ? I will not. I will not. Haven't done soccer in a while. Well, maybe that might be a good challenge. I might. It's been a good one. It's been a good second half for these Tar Heels. And you know what I like? I like, for their sake, right? Vesar has made a statement in this second half. He's establishing his dominance down low on the block. And Harrelson's having a really tough time guarding him. And even Tout. I mean, he's been getting eaten down low against Vesar. That was somebody, I said that somebody else besides Caleb needs to step up for North Carolina. And, well, Henry's doing his job. Dixon also made a nice three. The other guy that I got to give credit to as well is Kyan Evans. That guy's been an assassin off the bench for them. He's been knocking down threes. He's been doing a good job catching and shooting. And that's big for him. That's actually really huge because coming on into today, he only made 3 of his last 13 threes. And if you really want to go back and be more honest, he's made 9 out of his last, 28. That's not good. And that's over his last 7 games coming on into today. So he was 9 for his last 28, and the fact that he has just shot the ball well, that's promising. They're going to need him to shoot well as they continue to play tougher opponents. And it's just good that he's snapping out of that funk that he was in. Notre Dame, though, again, it's just been Harrelson who's been scoring for them, and he hasn't really been all that flashy either. He's 5 for 14 from the field. Hasn't really gotten a lot of space down low, and guys just, his teammates really aren't stepping up. They're forcing Serta to try to make plays, and North Carolina's been making him feel pretty uncomfortable. Sundra did knock down a couple of threes, but he hasn't really gotten a lot of space either. So the Tar Heels have been playing a very solid defense, but if you're Notre Dame, you got to wake up, and you got to snap on out of this funk. Tobacco Road rivalry is the best in sports, Raymond. It pains me to say I've rooted for Duke a time or two. Coach K is just that special. Shout out to Coach K. I still don't like Grayson Allen, though. I'm sorry. 70-45 is the score. The Tar Heels lead it by 25 points. They have outscored Notre Dame 28-12 in this second half. The foul shot by Harrelson, he can't get it, and it's no good. Seth Trimble and Derek Dixon will come on in, and so will Caleb Wilson for North Carolina. So their lineup is Wilson, Vesar, Dixon, Trimble, and Powell. And here's the second foul shot, and that's no good by Tout. He grabs his own rebound and tries to lay it up and in. No good, and on the second try, it's good by Harrelson. Gosh. So Jalen Harrelson missed the free throw, and then Carson Tout missed the second foul shot, but they were still able to get 2 points out of it, to their surprise. Down low is Trimble, but he just turned the ball over. It's stolen away, and here comes Notre Dame. A catch-and-shoot three on the near corner. Won't go by Serta. Rebounded by North Carolina. They have numbers on the other side. Running down Broadway, laying it up, laying it on in. Nice play by Trimble, who ended up getting credited with the steal, and made a nice play there to make it 72-47. The ball is swung again around the timeline, and it finds Serta dribbling past the top of the key. Gets a little screen, floats it up, can't float it on in. And we have another whistle. It looks like it was Tout who got a hand on Dixon, who tried to attempt to get the rebound. And they will call a foul on them. It'll be a foul on Carson Tout. Just the other thing, too, is that North Carolina has been very physical. They've been diving after loose balls. They've been getting rebounds and doing a good job at just taking care of the basketball. Dump off pass to Williams, and he tried to give it down for an alley-oop pass. It slipped out of the hand of Vesar, but he still got it. I don't know how he did it. It slipped on out of his hand, and then it just went on in like it was nothing. So it's a 74-47 game. At the top of the key, getting the ball stolen off of Williams' hand and driving down Broadway. Williams with a right-handed sledgehammer. Wilson, that is, 74-47. That was a bad play by Cole Serta, and Caleb Wilson just took that thing right down Broadway, and he was going to solo it himself. He got it right over towards the baseline, and he threw down that right-handed filthy sledgehammer. Let's go. That's great. 76-47. 9 minutes and 30 seconds left to go in half number 2. It's been all Wilson and the North Carolina Tar Heels. 34-14 is the run now for North Carolina. Coming down with the screen is Kohler. He kicks it out, though, to Harrelson. His corner three is airballed. Offensive rebound by Kohler. They reset it again. The ball finds the open shooter, and the three-pointer won't go by Immis again. Another offensive rebound, though, by Tout, and he threw it out of bounds, but it was last touched by a Tar Heel. That was Trimble who got a little hand on it, and it'll go out of bounds over towards the far sideline. 9 minutes and 1 second left to go. The rebounding has been better for North Carolina. Notre Dame just cannot stop the bleeding. Nope, they cannot. Harrelson inbounds it and dumps it off over to Kohler. Kohler's looking for some help, and he gives it back to Shrewsbury, who drives it down the lane. He was looking to pass there. Don't know why. Shrewsbury gets it back, though. 5 seconds left on the shot clock. Here's a floater that's up, and it's good. He just threw that hot potato around, and the ball ended up finding the open man in the paint. And the runner was good by Carson Tout, right-handed runner, 76-49. North Carolina trying to get a little bit of space. Caleb Wilson looks to dribble with the left hand, fakes the dump-off pass, and now delivers it over towards the near side. It's Trimble, and a wide-open three won't go by North Carolina, and it's going to stay in North Carolina territory. Vesar misfired the tray from the far wing. And 8:20 left to go in the second half, especially in a Sixers room. What's going on? Yeah, I've been a Knicks fan all my life, but I don't say it too loudly in a Sixers room. That's fine. Say it loud and proud, my friend. A little drive over to the basket and a kick out towards the near side. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. North Carolina doing a good job passing the rock here, but now getting trapped on the far side is Dixon. He has to hurry here. Dixon with a turnaround jumper. That was great defense by Notre Dame. I don't know how they forced him into that tough shot, but they did. And it's rebounded by Notre Dame. They'll take it over towards their side of the court. And a handoff from Shrewsbury. That's going to go to Muhammad. And a three is up, and it's in. And it's back to a 25-point game. They will actually call it a 2 and say that Carson Tout just had his foot inside the three-point arc. 76-51 with 7.5 minutes left to go in this second half. A floater is up, and that's denied. Good play by Tout. Tout with a handoff to Kohler, and a three-pointer won't go. And Wilson is going to get the rebound for North Carolina. That's his 5th rebound of the day. Wilson with a baseline J connects the dots. Wilson, Caleb Wilson that is, with now 18 points in this game. And just continues to deliver in the second half. And actually give him now 20 because that 2. Well, you got to update the scoring, JJ. 20 points now for him. Another right-handed floater won't go. The ball gets tipped and it goes into the hands of Trimble, and he makes another bad pass yet again. Out in transition, going up or thinking about taking the 3 was Emis, and instead he'll drive it inside. Not once, but on the second try, the tip back is good. And that makes it now 78-53. It's back to a 25-point ball game with 6:29 to go. And North Carolina is going to take a timeout here with exactly 6 minutes and 37 seconds left. And so they'll be back. What's up, Ray Ray? How you doing, man? It's a 25-point lead for the Tar Heels. They've had the answers. Tell you what, Notre Dame, though, not going away. That's better. That's a lot better. It's going to be a game too, Ray. It is. It definitely is. Illinois leads at 74-53 with 7:36 to go in the second half of that game. Arizona plays tonight at 9 o'clock against Cincinnati. Talked about Nebraska and how great they've been doing. They play against the Huskies tonight at 9. And Gonzaga will host Pepperdine at 9 o'clock as well. In the NBA, we'll take a look at scores around the National Basketball Association. The Cavs lead at 58-42 against the Charlotte Hornets. The Celtics lead by 20 points at the half against the Indiana Pacers. You're doing a great job on college hoops, pal. Thank you. I really appreciate it. There's definitely a lot of improvement to be made, and I definitely see that. But I know that this stuff takes time. It's like lifting weights. But as far as rhythm goes, I think it's been good. Still stumbling a little bit on names. But that, again, just comes with time, and it comes with practice. And I'm trying to be patient with myself with that because, again, I'm putting myself out here like every single day. Not a lot of people do that. Not trying to flex or say anything about any other broadcasters, but I feel like this is like the best way to do it. And I know that openly I'm going to get criticized, whether it's fair or unfair. I like to open the criticism. I like it to be, of course, fair criticism. But, you know, it all takes practice. People expect a perfect product. Nothing's perfect. What is perfect? You know? So, but I do appreciate that. That the bottom line is that means a lot coming from you. It really does. The Hawks and the Grizzlies, they're tied at 34 apiece. Just wanted to make sure that I mentioned that. The Pistons lead it by 7. It's a 37-30 game. Doing great. Getting that rep, that's all that matters. It absolutely is. 9:30, you got the Thunder playing against the Bucks, and then at 10 o'clock, it'll be Raptors against Kings. The energy's a little bit down tonight. I noticed that for the most part, but I don't think that that's a bad thing. I really don't. I think that sometimes, especially with a game like this, you know, it's okay, like, to just be able to sort of build that tension and be able to have this type of a voice. I think that that's fine. I really do. You're a human being, says Long Ball. Yep, that's true. And I'm happy to be a human. I don't want to be AI. Okay, so North Carolina is going to advance the ball as they get the inbound pass. Wilson is going to swing it over towards the outside, and the ball is dribbled around the timeline. It'll find Powell, who goes downhill, and the floater is no good, and so it'll be Notre Dame ball. They look to try to take advantage again over on the near side. Made a couple of substitutions as well as they hand it off back over to Emis. And Emis will deliver it back over to Muhammad. And a dribble handoff that goes to Kohler. Emis again has it. They swing it around the timeline. 5 seconds left on the shot clock. Emis looks to take a foul line extended jump shot, and that was way too strong. Incredible defense by the Tar Heels there. Wilson out in transition, nearly threw it away, and he'll get it back over on the interior post. Inside, outside, wide open three. Too strong, and just a little bit off the mark by Dixon as well. And the ball does go on out of bounds. Last touch by Notre Dame. But yeah, that's true. I am a human. But yeah, tell me an announcer that like puts themselves out like this every single day that does this professionally. You know, it takes time. It takes a lot of time. Okay, North Carolina looking to take a wide open three yet again. Dixon not able to hit it that time, and they will call a foul after the shot was taken. And it'll still be North Carolina ball. Wilson gets the inbound pass over towards the nail, looks to hand it off, and instead is going to take a reverse jump shot, spins around, turns around, and hits it, and sinks it again. He did not even call for that shot to go in, and he smiles, and it's now 80-53. Wilson has done his job and continues to dominate in this game. Give him now 24 points. A turnaround jump shot for him, and that was pretty special. On the perimeter is Emis, who looks to pass it down inside, outside, and the three by Muhammad. He got it. Can't leave him open on the corner, and he capitalized. He made him pay. And that makes it now 80-56 with 4:40 left to go. Working quickly downhill is Young. Back over to Dixon. And a behind-the-back bounce pass. It was a cut door to the basket. That was Bogabot who was able to make the dunk there off the nice little assist by Caleb Wilson. Another three by Emis, and he can't get that one to fall. Rebound Wilson. Outlet pass to Bogabot. He goes out in transition, and he gets fouled right in front of him, slapping the ball away and making contact with that right hand. That's Kohler. And we have another foul called on Notre Dame. They just cannot stop them out in transition. And North Carolina, again, has put up 40 points. Their defense has been so strong. Okay, so now Notre Dame is going to get the ball back as Kyan Evans will sub on in for North Carolina. Derek Dixon did just sub on out, and they'll take a seat. So North Carolina has to play defense, and the floater is no good. That was Zachary, who was not able to knock it down. McClellan is also out there for the first time today. That is Matthew McClellan for the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Wilson, another three. It's off the mark, and he's human that time. 3 minutes and 44 seconds left to go in half number 2. Tough drive towards the basket and incredible defense once again by Stevenson. That was Muhammad who couldn't make the shot. Another three, and that one won't go. Jaden Young couldn't knock it down that time. And, well, the Tar Heels get caught sleeping on the defensive side. They make a nice transition pass. It was Emis who was able to find, running downhill, Muhammad. And so now that makes it an 82-58 game. Okay, North Carolina looks to catch and take another three on the near side, and it's a little bit short. Young's tray is off the mark. And another three by Notre Dame, and that's going to be saved by Notre Dame. Downhill was McClellan to save it. It was an air ball from Mark Zachary. He could not make the shot, and North Carolina looks to just be in no particular hurry. 2:40 left to go in this second half. The floater is short, offensive rebound, and a foul as well. Excellent job by Bogabat to be able to just fight through a lot of adversity, and he will be fouled, and we shall be having more free throws in just a little bit. 2 minutes and 34 seconds left to go. It's been all Tar Heels in this game. They lead it 82-60 with 2:34 to go. They've shot the ball much better in this game, as the game is 52% from the field, 30. And they've been very dominant on the glass as well. The Knicks, they're up 60-30 at the half. Nice. 38. Nice. They're in a must-win. They really are. Oh boy. Harrelson's been held to just 13 points. You will take that any day if you're a Tar Heels fan. Yeah, the Nets want that number 1 pick. I guess so. I guess that they want that number 1 pick. Yeah, having fun. I really am. I'm gonna go to the monologue screen for a second. Having a lot of fun doing college hoops. It really is. Again, nice part about it is that it's a good challenge, you know, and it's something that I think is really cool. I think that even just like with 3 games, there's definitely things that I've gotten better with. There's things that I can certainly improve upon, but it's nice. You're learning a new language. And I think that that's really good. I do. Like I said before, I'm really excited about other things that I cannot wait to share with you guys as the year goes on, because I'm really planning on doing big things this year. It's all or nothing for me this year. We're trying to get to that 15,000 marker for the subs. I'm investing a lot into this, and I'm really going to be putting in a lot of not only time, but just a lot of effort. And I really hope that you guys see that. I'm planning on doing some more charity streams this year. I want to also do some like live events and do some stuff at some restaurants. I mean, I don't want to expose everything, but I'm really like trying to take this to another level, to levels that hopefully will pay off. And obviously it's not just for me, it's for you guys. I do this for you all. I do. You guys have really changed my life on here. And I am forever grateful. Don't ever think that I take you guys for granted, because I don't. I love you guys so much. Words can't even describe it. 83-60 with 2:34 left in the second half. And foul shot number 2, it's good as gold to give North Carolina a 25-point lead. Ryder Frost just came on in for Notre Dame, and Bogabat was able to hit both free throws. I will for sure be around during baseball season. Go Orioles. Yep. And support BW, of course, as well. On the drive over towards the basket and trying to lay it up and in over on the near side, North Carolina able to get themselves another field goal. That was Isaiah Dennis, who just came on in. Isaiah Dennis, a guard, 6 feet 4 inches tall, 180 pounds, from Charlotte, North Carolina. So both teams are emptying out their bench. Dennis also got the steal right before he made the 2. There is an and one opportunity on the other side, as that shot is good. And fans are ready to file on out of the stadium. You can see some of them heading for the tunnels already, but some of them or a lot of them, I should say, still in their seats. So there was a foul on Isaiah Dennis. Sir Muhammad just made the layup, and he is not able to capitalize on the and one opportunity. So with 1:50 left to go in this second half, North Carolina is going to extend their wins to 15 on the season. They are now going to go 15-4. Another 3 by the Tar Heels, and that's good, and that's pretty much going to do it. They have made 13 threes tonight, which is a season high, by the way. 89-65, Jaron Stevenson able to just continue to be shooting the lights out on the near side of the wing for North Carolina. So they are now going to be 3-3 against ACC teams, and you will certainly take that once again if you are Coach Davis. Got to be very happy with how things have gone in this game, especially with how they came out during that second half. So here we go, 1 minute and 13 seconds left to go in the second half of this game. And here's a 3. That one won't go. Tar Heels not able to make a three-pointer that time. 1 minute left in this second half of basketball. A wide-open 3 for Notre Dame, and that's way too strong by Stevens. And off the mark as well, but they do get an offensive rebound. The Australian Open, the second round. That's coming up next. It's actually on the ESPN app. There's BW's channel. Make sure that you go subscribe to BW. It's a big year for him, too. Absolutely. And he does an awesome job with Orioles play-by-play. You should definitely go check him out. Foul shot number 1, no good. There's Brad Stevens, of course, watching his son Brady Stevens, who's a freshman from Boston, Massachusetts. Brad Stevens, of course, the GM of the Boston Celtics, former head coach of Boston. 89-65 and less than a minute to go, 45 seconds left to be exact. Tar Heels played very well in the second half of this game, only allowing 33 points and scoring 47. But before the game is done, there's another foul called, and 37 seconds left to be exact. John Holbrook just missed the layup. We needed this game, long ball. Needed the bad. I'm glad we showed up tonight. Sounds like Coach Davis doing good work with them. Yeah, you saw a lot of nice screens. I liked how, for the Tar Heels' sake, I mean, their shooting was so good. They really got a lot of contribution from Bogabat off the bench. Also, Stevenson made a couple of nice threes, too. The other guy that stepped up was Kyan Evans. I mean, he was 3 for 5 from downtown. If he's making his threes, he's lethal, too. He really is. 23 seconds left to go here in this second half, and North Carolina is just going to win it. 91-69. They're going to dribble it out. Everybody's standing up over here out at North Carolina, and they have got to be very happy with how their Tar Heels have played today. And North Carolina will now go on and be 15-4 in the season. Their next game that they play will be against Virginia on Saturday. It's going to be a big one. That game will actually be on ESPN at 2 o'clock as they play against the Virginia Cavaliers, who are 16-2 and 5-1 in the ACC. So a big game for them. Thank you all so much for tuning on in. 91-69 is the final score as the Tar Heels take care of business. All right, let's go. So congratulations to the Tar Heels. Notre Dame now slides to 10-10 on the season, and they are 1-6 in their division in the ACC. They're now also on a 5-game losing streak. And they hope to get back on track against Boston College. That game will be on Sunday. That is Saturday. So they play against the Eagles at 6 o'clock on Saturday. That's the next game for Notre Dame. Boston College this year, 8-10. But another big game for them. And then they play Virginia on the 27th. So they have quite a schedule coming up, too. But, yeah, overall, just give you my final thoughts on this game. I really thought in general that North Carolina did what they had to do. This was a game for them that they most certainly needed. Again, they lost 2 in a row. You needed this for your psyche. You needed this game just to try to be able to give yourself a little bit of confidence, especially when you're playing against a Virginia team, a Cavaliers team that's just been really hot and that's been playing really good basketball. So for their sake, again, Wilson did his job, but then the difference was the statement that Vasar made to start off the second half. He was shooting the ball well from 3. He got down low to his spots over on the block and made it really tough for Harrelson, and he won that matchup. Harrelson lost tonight against Vasar, and this was a tough matchup for Harrelson, but Vasar dominated him in all assets of this game. When it came to rebounding the basketball, when it came to scoring the basketball and shooting, he was just really a sniper. And then the role players stepped up too. And we talked a lot about that. Dixon had a couple of threes that he made in the first half. He got wide open looks. He also had a really nice 3 from Jaden Young. I know that he shot 1 for 4 tonight, but he did make a clutch 3 to put them up by 20, if I remember correctly, at one point in that second half. And then Luka did great off the bench. That's a good sign too, right? He played 24 minutes. I know he only got 9 points, but he made some big-time plays. Only turned the ball over once. He also got involved in rebounding the basketball. He was very feisty out there. Had a couple of really nice dimes that he dropped as well. The one to Caleb Wilson that he had was ridiculous. And Caleb made some really good plays too. And he did a good job passing out of double teams as well. That was the one thing that I was looking for in tonight's game, was when Notre Dame did provide pressure, how was Caleb going to be able to navigate through the double teams when they started trapping him, whether it was on the corner or even at the top of the key? And his passes were quick. Kind of reminded me a little bit of Joel Embiid when he's passing out of double teams. So that was nice to see. And he only turned the ball over twice. That's going to work. I thought that they were really disciplined with the basketball, especially in that second half, and they did a great job. On the other side, though, for the Irish, look, they just, when it comes to their talent, it doesn't compare to North Carolina's, right? But they could not figure it out in that second half. Carson Tout was having a really tough time shooting. Tout, Serta, and Shrewsbury in this game were shooting 6 for 25 from the field. Everybody else besides Jalen Harrelson in this game, as far as the starters go, had a combined 20 points. And that's just not good enough, really. Sir Muhammad did a good job off their bench, and you saw him get hot, scoring the ball downhill, but they didn't really play him too many minutes until the second part of that second half. Ryder Frost also did get a couple of nice wide open threes, so you got to at least be happy with that because that's another guy that's been struggling for them, and you need him to take shots and make shots, and if he's doing that, well, then you got to feel happy. He did go 2 for 5 in his last game, but only made 1 3 in the month of January before that. So that's something sort of to hang your hat high on. But other than that, really not much else that I can say about the Irish because they're in such a bad slump, and they need to bounce back on Saturday against Boston College. They really do. Other than that, though, what else do I want to talk about? Yeah, North Carolina's rebounding was really good in that second half. I don't have the specific stats for the second half, but as far as the total game itself, they had 44 boards. 10 of them were offensive, but they got timely rebounds, and they made really good decisions. Their transition game was really good too. They were running up and down the court at a very high pace, and they controlled the tempo of the game. It just didn't feel like that North Carolina gave this game away and that things were getting out of hand. We talked about at the half how important it was for them to just make a statement coming out of the gates, and they did. They went on. It was a 14-2 run. That's going to work. That's going to get it done. When you start things off on an 8-0 run led by Vasar, who scored 5 of those 8 points in a row, he was going out there for blood. And I thought that really was the difference maker in this game. Coach Davis definitely got them riled up, and they played really strong out of the gates in that second half. So give them a lot of credit where credit is due, and a big game for them as well on Saturday against the Cavaliers. With that, I'm going to sign off. That's going to be it for me. I'm Jason Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. Thank you all so much for tuning on in. Just a reminder, and I will post this in my community tab. The next time that I will be going live, it'll probably be on Tuesday. I'm going to be away tomorrow up until Monday. I still will be posting YouTube shorts of either highlight calls or also breaking news if I'm able to when it comes to the baseball world, when it comes to the basketball world and football world as well. So make sure that you keep your notification bell icons turned on. And that's going to wrap it up for me. This is Jason Joseph here signing off on Play-by-Play with JJ. Laila Tov, good night, and I will catch you all on the next one. Love you guys. Take care.